the meditation for me is really critical. And I did TM, Transcendental Meditation, way back. It's just a technique that I was taught, but it's been very helpful for 40 years. So twice a day, for about 15
You
to...
still do it?
Yeah,
twice a day? 20 minutes?
20 in the morning, 15 in the evening.
Okay.
And if I don't now, then I just can't sleep well. And so, it's kind of a positive addiction. But the thing is, there are a million different ways to meditate. And I will say that I don't think that the method is as important as the constancy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And even if you can only start out with like a couple of minutes,
Yes.
Anything helps.
Yep.
Even in 2 minutes, you can just teach yourself, okay, my thoughts are wandering, one breath, okay,
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm centered.
Yes.
Because that was the thing, is I would try meditating for the longest time
And
build up.
I think that we're both speaking to the same thing, is that how do we help ourselves to be focused and present? And most of my life, especially as a physician, I was living about 15 minutes ahead. When I look back at the happiest times in my life, the only regret that I have for many of those is that I just didn't pause to really take that in and feel the joy that went with it. I was already 15 minutes ahead. Who was I supposed to see? Where was I supposed to go? And yet there were these dramatic moments that were magical. And yet I just blew past them. And, that if I have any regret, that's the one thing that I wish I could undo, is to be living in my head to a point where I couldn't really enjoy the magic that was happening in my life. But the other thing, Julie, that I think that's important is that we live in an age in this pandemic of anxiety. And I think that anxiety, again, comes from that soul level fear that we're not enough, that we're not enough, that we're not being enough, that we're not going to have enough, that we're going to lose something that we have, or not get something that we want. And it takes us out of that space and creates this drama. And what do we see day to day? This drama.